Okay, so now it's time to actually look at some of the assets that I put together. We'll start with Fmod and then we'll transition over to Unreal. Let's get into it, okay? So this is Fmod and this is my Fmod session. Inside this session, it shows you all of the assets that I've actually used to actually create this. And this is a smaller level type of production. This is the game audio music, and there are parameters that I had to set to actually make this thing work. So if I press play, oh, it's not going to play right now. That's because I have to turn this up. So here's the parameter here. So if I press play here, you can hear the audio. And when the game is over, I've had to create another parameter to go straight over to the game over. And also for the elements that I want to bring in, so like the kick, shakers, the hi-hats and claps, and then game over. So I had to actually put these parameters together first in order for me to put it inside of the game. And we'll look at a couple of other sound effects that I put together. The air conditioner 1, air conditioner 2, generator 1, generator 2, the electric sound. I had to do a little design there. Footsteps, and pick up item, room tone. Remember, it was a little Foley. And then what I actually did was some voiceover work. Now I have a full studio here where I do a lot of my work in, and I thought that it would be a great idea to do some voiceover work, and that's what I did. So the voices that you hear inside the game are actually me. So let's just go to, here's the great job, or get to the extraction point right here. I got the static noise up front and then the audio here. So go ahead.
Now that you got your weapon and the intel, get to the extraction point. Hurry up.
Right. So a lot of that is what I put into the session to make the game complete. So this you can see right here. And I don't know, I might put this up on my website so you can actually see it. Oh, I will. I'll put an Excel sheet and I'll show you my data table. So now let's look into Unreal Studio. Let's look at the game, right? The game. And let's stop that right here. So as you can see, we've got some audio elements up here. That's for the air conditioner. There is also a trigger here for when you walk through the level. And let me slow this down a little bit. So when you walk through the level, there's the generator sound here. And all of the lights and the construction of this thing here, I had to do myself. Now, this is based off of an asset pack in the store, but it gave me the ideas that I needed. Okay, we got some, a trigger box here for that sound, the electric sound for the wires, the generator, the air conditioning. These are all things that I had to actually figure out. Now, we're just going to look at this for a brief moment. If I had a team of people to actually help me with this, then I'm sure that I would get better results. right? My goal was not to produce the game. It's not about the game, it's about the audio inside the game. So I had to learn a level of blueprint wiring, right? Right? In order for this and I know this is probably messy. I know it could be cleaned up a little better. But in order for this thing to actually transition the way I wanted it to transition, I had to set a whole bunch of parameters so it could be interactive music. Now, if I had, now if there was like a situation where it's like, we want you to play music when the person is being attacked. We want you to play higher level music when the person is being attacked. And then we want you to transition it back down when they're not being attacked. Then I would be able to have that one-on-one conversation with the programmer. And then we would be able to say, all right, this is where it should be placed. So there wasn't many things that actually had to go inside the blueprint. Just the pickup item and the voiceover work and the adaptive music, right? That was my biggest part, the adaptive music, trying to figure out how I would be able to make this thing into an adaptive thing. And so this is pretty much the amount of work that I had to do for that portion. Like I said, if I had a programmer who knew what they were doing and we were talking to each other, trying to figure out how to make the enemy sound a certain way, or the music sound a certain way, all of those type of things, I would be able to have that conversation with that person and we would be able to make it come together. And like I said, I can code it. I believe I can code it, but until I see what your system looks like or the programmer systems look like, I can't really say if we can put it together. But this is it. The rest of it was just making sure that everything ran smoothly without bugs. And as you can see, these are all triggers here, all the way until the end of the match. And that's pretty much it that goes up under the hood for let me get rid of this for this level. Nothing too complex for me. It's just a matter of going back and forth with the developer or the programmer or the designer or whoever it is to say, hey, can you create this type of sound? Can you create this type of music? And then I try to figure out what it is that is actually needed. So that is pretty much what went into the Fmod session and the Unreal session. Now let me show y'all this real quick. And I'll have this up on my website as well. This is the Excel sheet that I use to organize my my game, right? So, for the footsteps, I had to let people know that this is this is for the main character. This is in mono. It's in where the effect is located. Is it a 2D sound or a 3D sound? Where we are in the refinement. Because what I know about service is that people will ask for revisions, and I may have to do a revision, but I want to make sure that I update the person when I send it back over to them, right? Because it's probably going to be in source control or whatever. So just for example, the level, this is the type of the thing this is music. It's in stereo, and then there are parameters to this, right? So when we go back to the Fmod session here, we'll go to the music, the level music. You can see that these are the parameters for this music. So these, I use this here to keep me organized. Now, if you want to take a look at this, you can. All you have to do is go over to djcodered.com, and I'll put a link up for it as soon as it come up. Are they playing with me? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Sorry, y'all. What you can do is you can go over to djcodered.com right here, and you can see the sheet that I produced. And you can probably copy it, but it's a view only file. It will show you the events that I have in here. So I have the room tone, the footsteps, the generator, the air conditioner, the scroll pickup, the level music, and the voiceover. And then if you go over to my demo voiceover here, it'll show you that I've got the mission commander. He's a male. He's about 40 years old. He's American. And he gives you 3 different type of descriptions, or, you know, whatever. An asset name. How do you find the assets? And then the dialogue and the word count, and notes if we have any notes. And the status, these are all done. And I also did it with the music as well. We only had 1 piece, but what I'm learning is that we may get 1 million pieces, and I need to stay organized throughout this whole thing. So you can see this over here on my website, djcodered.com/video games. All right. So that's it. That's pretty much it. I would go over the what is it called? The development of the level and stuff like that. That may come at a later date. But I wanted to at least get this off of here and show you all my demo reel to let you know that I can put together this music and stuff for you all. I can put together these sound effects for you all in Unreal. And if you need some help, I may be able to help you. Okay. Outside of that, if anything else is needed, it'll probably be in a link below or the description below. Thank you all for checking out DJ Code Red. This is my game audio implementation, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.